Right, found it. Also 1 hour ago, eh? Alright.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. So today we have a couple of stories and developments to go over. But first, we're going to start with our favorite localizer, our good old pal Katrina, and you can read
She blocked him. Oh my god.
bad
Okay.
news. After
I didn't
nearly
know that.
2 years of covering her localizer shenanigans, she has finally blocked me on Twitter, and now I join virtually the remainder of the platform that she has blocked. And you may have also noticed she shed her iconic profile picture.
Oh.
And, it's like new profile picture, same old Katrina.
Oh, I just noticed. She changed her profile picture, eh?
From the localizer who helped pioneer concepts like the fact that localizers can rewrite stories as a self-insert in the POV of the characters and write their translations according to what they would have done in that situation and not what the original authors had intended. Some marvelous concepts. Her profile picture alone has served as like a Batman symbol for bad localizer takes coming ahead, and predictably, she has found herself in another round of localizer drama. Captured by this user, she has once again been taking some awful takes regarding.
Oh, I remember seeing this. It's Haru.
The Promare film, which, by the way, excellent. I would recommend. But she is molding over this one set of translations here. She's saying it's really unfortunate because the casting, voice acting, directing, it's all 100% on point, and it's just these handful of lines, maybe around 1 in 20, that keep the dub from reaching its utmost potential. And this is what she's citing. This right here. Oh, for Christ's sakes, with this line, I will never forgive you. And lines like this saying, this is. And she says, no, not my other arch enemy, the literal whatever translation. So I spent a lot of time going through the quote retweets and finding anyone talking about this, and I found a great deal of Japanese speaking.
Huh. Let's see if I remember what this means. Let's see. Let's see if I remember these signs, if I can remember what this means. Slash, slash, slash. Oh wait, that's not hiragana. Shit, I can't read beyond that. That's the only one I can kind of take care of. Oh well. It looked pretty familiar though. No, it's not here, it's kata. Hira. I'll leave it be. I'll take of it in my own time.
Twitter users, including Japanese translators that I have put a lot of trust in. They've been involved in a lot of these localizer dramas and getting the right translations out there for people.
Yeah, I paused the video for a moment.
To what someone like Katrina is saying, and all of them unanimously agree that these are proper translations. Like, it's not even a gray area. It is just, these are correct. She is foaming at the mouth over an accurate translation. Like, it really just kind of adds up at this point, doesn't it? Yeah. Katrina sees an accurate translation and just blows her top. Now, I've talked about this before with other localizers and voice actors and other people like that who are in these professional fields, and I just find it so odd that they would publicly make a stunt like this. So they are not only just talking about localizations in a very bad way, but they're also attacking other members of their industry. It's pretty unprofessional. Like, besides the fact they're wrong about their take regarding this translation, they're also just dragging someone through the mud, a fellow person in their industry, for no reason. And this is something she does regularly, and it's very strange. And she seems like she's getting kind of demoted in the ranks of what she's localizing. And, you know, when her last project, her last localization was Inukai-san's dog.
Twitter moments, yeah.
White girl banging her dog anime. Like, you know, things aren't looking
fucking lack of touching grass moment.
Raise their voices about Katrina.
I think she's starting to lose her power, though.
Studios are starting to listen.
Like, her influence power is getting really small.
Holding her out on projects, and you know what? I don't really feel bad,
well,
because
it's still perfectly strong. It's just that it's getting smaller by the day.
Anime and manga products and how they.
She's not as relevant as she used to be, eh?
Role and responsibilities in that is so upside down that it shouldn't go unpunished. But we have other stories for today. This one is a wild one. So this
I remember this
from Chainsaw Man, of course. And my apologies for the censorship. This
is an interesting story.
Going around on Twitter like wildfire. Like, there is thousands upon thousands of people just down bad, slamming their credit cards on the table, ready to buy this figure. So the main part I would say that people are drawn to is what's censored, go figure, and never forget what YouTube took from you. But basically, to describe this beautiful scene where I'm looking at, you're not, haha, gotcha. Basically, she's wearing a thong that is way up there. It is like flossing that coochie. Like, it's up in there, okay? And it's quite wild. Now, personally, I am a man of honesty, and I like a good, honest interpretation of characters, a good representation, an accurate representation, and this is wrong. They missed the mark with this one, because for a character that doesn't bathe or flush or wipe herself, there's no way she's shaven like this figure, okay? That thing is a forest down there. If we're being actually accurate with
I believe you.
A representation of power, okay? But nonetheless, so this has gotten a lot of conversation on social media, this figure in particular, people really talking about it. But this was the big controversy that came out of it.
Yeah, this one.
And she's very popular, made a post. And
if you all are going to base the figure of my photo without me knowing, you must at least credit me. And I believe she did this first. Yeah. This is a weird situation. Like, her cosplay is incredibly low effort. It's not even fucking a cosplay. It's just a wig with a horn and a shirt. But that aside, it does look like the figurine has taken their pose and the outfit combination. So, like, I think the figurine makers are in the wrong in that sense, even though they own the character right? Even though I find it kind of hard to be on her side, even though I know she is Right.
And this is wild. So it says, if y'all are going to base a figurine off my photo without me knowing, you might at least credit me. Now, again, I hate that I have to censor this because not only are you missing whatever you might want to see, but there's something just so funny about this. Like, I don't mean to make too light of this, but she has like the dates of when the figure was made and when her photo was made.
Now I don't
time stamped on the.
I don't know if it's real,
like,
but
it's very bizarre to me. It's like, you know,
I'm just gonna believe her.
Okay, let's be
further
mature
ado.
about it. So what she's saying is, this figure was made after her photo. So she's saying that it was inspired by the photo, and she wants credit. And you know, they do look pretty similar, and it's a very complicated situation. We're dealing with multiple layers of intellectual property here. Like, you have the original Chainsaw Man version of Power, and there's poses just like these from the anime. Obviously not with the bottom half, but the hands on the hip pose is from the actual anime and manga. But you have her cosplay of it, which cosplay is a form of art. Like, let's not be Neanderthals here. It is.
And it's also important to note that she's not asking for money, she's only asking for the credit. Maybe she doesn't have the right to the credit, but it is more or less about respect, I guess. Even though her cosplay is not that respectful, but yes. I'm not sure if she is entitled to the credit in any way. I don't understand how the whole law thing works.
Is a form of art. Her interpretation.
But then again, law is not always something we all agree on.
Even if it, let's just say it was using her as inspiration, it's transformative enough to be a standalone product. It doesn't have to credit her. Maybe it might be a nice thing to do, but I don't know. That's kind of wishy-washy. This is like, it just seems a little too much to ask for credit for this. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to share your thoughts on that, but I think asking for credit here is a little weird. I think it's a little too much, but that's kind of the.
Nah, I think she does deserve a little bit credit.
This is also a bootleg, so you're dealing with
it's a bootleg.
Intellectual property of people.
Holy okay! Now we got another layer. I saw the figurine, but I didn't know if they actually had the rights to the figurine or not. So I was just letting it slide for the moment. But if it's true that it's a bootleg, well... Now I don't know what to say. No one here has any rights.
People who are using the original IP to make a cosplay and then make a figure based on that cosplay. Like, I don't know.
Got a little cheap bootlegs. I mean, I like them.
It's really like that important at this point. Like,
I don't care if something has an official tag. I just take what I want that looks nice. I don't care.
The whole reason we're all here. But I wanted to make one thing clear. Like, there's many great points raised in the quote retweets, but there's a lot of bad ones. And the reason I say they're bad is because the people saying them
provided they are the ones sculpting it, right?
Into what she's saying, like, you can make valid criticism.
But we can all agree that there's a difference between bootleg figurines and bootleg Dakimakura. Yeah, something like that. I'm not interested in buying bootleg Dakimakura, even though I have done that a lot in the past without knowing. Because bootleg Dakimakura are usually just copy printed or stolen art. These bootleg figurines, though, they seem more original in that sense.
Of maybe her ego's out of whack for asking for credit for this sort of thing, but you know, she never asked for money. She never
asked for money.
Was trying to claim credit for the hands on her hip thing. Like, it's a little more complicated than that. Like, she's not saying I own putting a hands on my hip pose, but you know, people were trying to say.
Yeah, important part about the whole thing is that you don't own a pose. You can't. However, the law about copyright or is it trademark? No, it's copyright, right? Yeah, the law about that is that it takes the shape combination with colors and recognition, the silhouettes. No, the law itself doesn't really care about the name alone or the pose alone. It is a combination of all of that together. So if you can probably see here, I'm not sure if you can see it. Let's see, 918. This is undeniable. The same pose, the same matching outfit. They have the shape. Oh yeah, her head is tilted. That's not helping. That's not gonna stop it. So on paper, the bootleg has basically taken the copyright infringement of her. Maybe it's not copyright for that matter. I'm not sure. There has to be a different word for it. Now I can't really show here on this stream, but if they have a different colored underwear, if that means anything. She has white underwear. She has slightly pinkish hue of underwear. I don't think that's gonna hold up anywhere. But I don't think anyone here is going to go to court for anything of this. It's just going to be a Twitter dispute, and it's going to end at that.
You know, people were trying to say like all these like extended arguments that she never made. So like, to be fair, you should acknowledge those things. But again, I don't really know. She got infinitely more clout out of this call out post than if they had credited her in the first place. Like, she got way more attention. Like, this thread has millions of views collectively.
Drama is clout. I think she earned from this.
I don't know. When you're getting into situations like this where we're starting to argue about cosplays and bootleg anime figures and whether credits due because her hands on hip pose is close, but you know, also you add in the flossing of her thong, like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I think we need to slow down a bit, but again, that's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree with it. I think there's plenty of fair reactions to this sort of thing, so share it in the comments section. But we're going to move on to the final story for today. This is a bit of an update. So months ago, we were talking about how Pixiv was releasing some language saying that
hey, it's me, Mom, I'm on TV,
containing a whole host of various themes.
They had to censor me
and things like that.
Oh no, I had to be censored.
They pretty much can ban anything with the slightest bit of sexuality to it. Anything like, forget about lolly and stuff, like, that's gone. I mean, anything also with gore, gone. Anything with furry themes, gone. Like, everything's off.
Sorry, you had to censor that, Rev.
Then Pixiv comes in and says, whoa, we're not taking it that seriously, and nothing really happened over the last couple of months because a lot of people were outraged by these initial announcements. Which were made not because Pixiv really believes these things, but because Pixiv is worried that their payment processors, various credit card companies...
Oh, holy shit, he even had to block out... He even had to block out the TOS, the guidelines. God damn.
Going to pull if they kept these.
It's a bunch of pussies. That's what.
On their site that.
Yeah, YouTube's also a bunch of pussies.
So this user and many other artists, I've been going through Japanese Twitter as well. It's a pretty big topic. They are enforcing these rules that they basically said that they were pulling off of. And it seems like they're just going through with it and flagging thousands upon thousands of posts. And they're going way back in time to grab posts and all the way to present. And it's a big deal. And I don't really know what the solution is here because Pixiv is all over the place. It seems like their intent is to follow through and please these payment processors.
The whole
very concerning. It's very concerning.
The whole pushing anti-ad policy is a little bit confusing Reo is probably the one who is the utmost cautious about the whole thing, right? He does block them out on the video, but he has no problem saying the words in the video. And then we have Hirohei. He blocks the word and also doesn't say the word. These are the only two I know who blocks the words like that because of monetization. And then we have some more wild people like Mudahar from Ordinary Gamers. He doesn't block anything except from graphical videos. He does whatever the fuck he wants. He's a little bit up and down when it comes to monetization, but the only time he gets demonetized is probably because he was a little bit careless with the graphical stuff. Yeah, and YouTube is fucking weird.
Concerning when any company, especially one that is based entirely on artistic freedom to function.
Then we have Asmongold, who does literally what the fuck he wants. I am a frog man, man of many frogs. Well, hello, Nonopo. Many frogs. Frog. Ribbit.
Giving into these credit card companies that are not only just Puritan-like,
YouTube sucks. But it is our only option. We cannot escape.
And what artists are posting on this site, they're just there to process the payments. Nobody actually reflects what artwork's being posted on there to the credit card processors. Nobody makes that connection except for the credit card companies. They're the ones who are making our images.
Fuck credit cards.
Involved in this, and they're basically using their power and influence to bully these companies.
Let's go crypto boys.
And Pixif is having a very hard time.
Doge to the moon.
How much of this again is their free will? It seems like they're actually struggling internally to figure out what they want to do to fix this situation, but it's becoming a mess, and it seems like they are starting to crack down on the things that they said they were going to, and there's reason for concern. So I don't really know what happens next. I hope this gets some more attention because it really deserves to, but that's really all I can say for now. And
what was
try to branch out.
What was that article? I forgot.
Say with Pixiv because it's so
I'm not sure if you're talking about the same article.
Else, but expand your horizons and keep yourself safe mostly. But that's going to do for this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I know it was a couple different topics, so share all of your thoughts about them in the comments section down below. Hope you enjoyed the video, everyone, and I'll see you next time.
What should I do? Bandbox. Well, I don't really use Fanbox that much, to be honest, but it is a little bit concerning for the other people. I only use Fanbox to upload my PDF files and all that shit. Oh, for the most part, free. The reason why Visa and MasterCard are doing this is because of new. Yeah, I read that. But they do have some duopoly. They might as well be a monopoly in the world because of how much control they have over money in this world. And I do not understand how they can get away with it. Is it because it's too expensive? Probably. See, the New York Times published an article where some bad actors posting CP on Pornhub and how criminals were monopolizing. monetizing them using the credit card company. Visa and MasterCard cut out the ties reporting out the pressure from both religious activists and secular activists alike. So both Visa and MasterCard decided to go full score on porn. Huh. They control the economy and therefore society. Oh, well, yeah. Money is power, right? And yeah, and because of that, I'm not going to dismiss the cryptocurrency. People like to shit on them. I understand that. But I am not liking the current timeline we're living in. I'm gonna have an open eye for crypto. Because if that is the only way we artists are gonna be able to earn some money, we have to go around with it. We just have to get along with the crypto boys.